Okay, so here's the problem I've got with this cooker. The thermocouple has stopped working on this burner. So if we look at, I'll show you this one. You push it in, it starts cooking, it lights, you wait for a few seconds and it stays alight. Everything's fine. This one, which is faulty, push it in, it lights, you let go, it goes out. Push it in again, it lights, count for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and it just goes out, just keeps going out. That's because the thermocouple is faulty. It lights absolutely fine, the click of the igniter comes on, the gas lights no problem, but the thermocouple is faulty, which means it doesn't detect that it's on, that it's hot, and so as soon as you turn off the forced gas, it turns itself off because it thinks it's blown out. So let's do that. Turn those off. So I'm going to take this apart and replace the thermocouple. So I've taken the ring things off, the pan support. Turn off the cooker at the mains, as it's going to be live. And we're going to take these bits off. We're going to get this hob off. That was a bit hot, so be careful. So, 2 things to do. First thing, remove these screws that are holding the hob top on. This one here you don't need to remove. This is an earthing tag that's internal. You can't actually unscrew it from here anyway, so leave that one. It's just these 6 around the edge. Now, when I was taking this apart, if you try and lift this up, this comes up, feels a bit loose. This is a little bit loose here, but it's not coming up in the middle. And that's because you have to actually, I thought it might come away and I thought these pieces might come up. But in fact, these are all screwed down. So you also have to remove all these little silver screws as well. Right, that's them all done. Let's just, before we go on, let's have a quick zoom in on here. So you can see here, this is the igniter. You can tell that's the igniter because it's got that ceramic rod that insulates it so it doesn't earth out to the rest of the hob. And then this piece here, this is the thermocouple. And it looks dirty. I've seen people clean them, but I can't imagine how that does any good because it's the internal junction that is how it works. So if you want to clean it, but I don't think it'll do any good. Anyway, right, so we've got that. Now I'm just going to lift this up. That's now loose. I'm just going to balance that on the back there and bring that against the wall. Now here's this earth wire I said. You can pull that off if you want to put this to one side. You can unclip that, but it's up to you. Right. Okay, so you can see a bit easier here. So let's just have a look. So we've got here's the one that's faulty. Here's the thermocouple. And you can see the goldy wire, copper wires come down and into this, which is the knob for this burner, and you can see the wire hit the tube coming out the top. That's the gas wire, or the gas pipe that comes in and then feeds the gas into this. So these all go together. So this thermocouple is wrong. So these just push in. So these just slide in there. So the thing to do actually. So one thing to say actually, we're not working with gas here. This is all electrical, so you don't have to worry about gas leaks or anything like that. So it's quite a good thing. So this is just pushes in. Just pull it out. And then this is loose. And we just get this and just slide it up. It just slides. That's it. It's a bit. It could be a bit stiff. Sometimes there's some gunk on it. Just wiggle it, wiggle it, wiggle it. It will eventually come out, and that's it. Now the new one, you can see that is a lot shinier and cleaner, but I don't think that means anything by it. The only thing is this one's come out slightly longer, and in fact there was a whole range of different lengths. So I measured this one. This is 200. This is the old one, 250 millimeters. But it's quite a tight fit, and I wonder if that might be related to why it stopped working. So I've got a slightly longer one. So we'll see. So I'm just gonna put this in, because you can see if we look here, this one here is just curled around and around. It's very long, reaches all the way over to this one. So there's no problem with having it there. And in fact here you can see why this side of the hob was wobbly now, because this is just supported, just this tube that's hanging this here, but these ones are locked onto this frame, so that's why this side of the hob was held quite firmly. So anyway, let's just gently slide the wires in through the hole. You can see there's a teeny little slit there. Just slide the wires through gently, being careful not to scratch them. Just slide that down, and that's it. Let me just get the wire. It's just gone down here. I'm just going to go put this on the thing again. So I'm just going to put a little curve in this, like the other one. I'm just going to put it there. There we go. You can see that. And then that's just clipping in there, I think. There we go. So, it's resting on that one, so I'm going to put that one over the top. That. So that's all out of the way. There's the new thermocouple in place. That's plugged in there. So that's it. It's really simple. Put this one back down. Now just line this up and you're bringing it down. Get all the little bits through the holes. This in place. Zoom out. Yeah. Just make sure this thermocouple comes through that hole. And the other ones as well, obviously. Just get them all in place. These screw holes are lined up. That's all good. And then start screwing it back together. Now a couple of these, it's only a minor point. You can see there, these screws, you see that? These screws have got washers on them. This one's stuck to the top. I mean, I probably could ping it off, but just make sure you put the one that hasn't got a washer in the hole where there's a washer stuck to the thing. Otherwise, just carry on. And this side wasn't stuck to it. One over here on this loose one. Might need to lift this up a bit, depending on how far it's sagged. And I haven't done that up fully tight yet, just because this can move. So I'll just make sure I've got all the screws in. Because what can happen if you do one, if you put one screw in and do it up tight, if you do it up tight, then what can happen is sometimes the other holes don't properly align and then you struggle to get the screws in. So just leave them a little bit loose. The first one a little bit loose anyway, and that gives you the opportunity to be able to wiggle it a bit still before you put the final screws in, but make sure you do them up at the end. Now, before I put the last screws in fact I could have done this earlier, I could have just screwed this one in and just tested it just to make sure it was working. Okay, that's all the burners on. Turn on the cooker. Well, hey. So there we go. Fixed. That was dead easy. Although the thermocouple did cost me £30 in the UK. 35 I think. But cheaper than £200 to get someone out, and it's a really easy fix. And that is a good job to get done on Christmas Eve, ready for Christmas Day. Right, hope you enjoyed that. If you want to see more like it, please remember to like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.